All right, I am just getting ready to go do my little morning walk through the garden. I thought I would take you guys with this morning. I was planning on shooting this over the weekend, but it's supposed to rain Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so wouldn't know when I could sneak out to get a video, so I will just, look at how good it looks. I'll just show you guys what's going on now, I guess. A few days earlier than I had planned, but there has been a lot of changes. Oh my goodness, I haven't brushed my hair this morning. We'll ignore that. Ignore my messy hair. You'll only have to see it for this second. We will do the walkthrough of the garden, show you things that have changed, talk about some new things that I've planted or that I plan on planting, and just give you guys a quick update on how it's going. Okay, obviously I watered yesterday. The hose and sprinkler are out. This bunch of radishes is pretty much done. I have some that are going to seed, so I'm just going to collect seed from them. I've never collected radish seed before, so I want to try it. I was holding off on harvesting because they're not as big as I would like, but some of these are decent size, so I will harvest those later today. Oh, it's a tulip. I thought I saw a snail in here. I was like, get out of the garden. Here's a random radish growing in the walking path because I must have dropped a seed. The asparagus patch is weedy as ever. My cilantro is also going to go to seed over here. Oh, look at the happy little bee. Green beans doing good. I need to weed them. This clematis, I sprayed it with neem oil a few times and it seems to be doing better, so maybe I'll get a bloom out of it. And then the bare root one definitely was alive because there I have a second little one. The zucchini are looking nice. Here's all the little Brussels sprouts. So we'll see with those. Mulberry trees are doing fine. I do really need to get them planted. I need to find a good spot for them. The problem is I don't know what kind they are. I don't know if they're a dwarf mulberry or if they're, you know, a type of mulberry that's going to get 80 feet tall. So a little bit of dilemma on that. My peas are doing so good. There's plenty of other people in Wisconsin that are even in colder areas that have been eating peas already. So I'm a little bit behind, but they're coming. I'm happy. Some of the carrot seeds that I randomly sowed in here are coming along. Lots of dahlias popping up. They won't bloom for a while yet, but they are coming. The radishes look beautiful. The kale's doing better. I did re-sow, especially this kind. I'm not remembering what kind. It's like it's red something. But it wasn't a great germination rate on this side, so I re-sowed over there. These cucumbers are doing pretty well. I mean, they're cucumbers. It's whatever. I haven't really done a lot in this side, and I decided, in terms of making it look all pretty like this side does, I probably won't do that because we would like to put a greenhouse in here, and ideally I would like it to be a sunken greenhouse, which means all this is going to get dug up and dirt everywhere. So I don't want to spend hours and hours and hours bringing in a whole bunch of mulch and wood and just to have it all destroyed. So this side's going to kind of be the bare minimum this year. This is my melon patch. It's doing good. Some of the stuff is starting to flower. I think this is an Athena cantaloupe that a friend gave me because she gave me 4 of them and they are an early producer. So it would make sense that those are flowering when nothing else is. Along this side, I have a bunch of sunflowers. I planted 5 different types of sunflowers, and then there's lilies and some other random things that I threw in here. So So that's all doing really well. My corn, so happy with. There's a few in here, without stepping on any, that kind of can't decide if I want to relocate them or just leave them. It was really hot when I was planting this bed and I kind of got annoyed with it and started going fast towards the end, which is why there's some random chunks that are way too close together. And I'm really excited about all these sunflowers. There's like mammoth sunflowers, some like autumn something sunflower, teddy bear sunflower. There's different heights and different colors and different petal types. It'll be really nice. And there I brought out my borage that was in the pots on the other side. And I'm not sure what this is. A friend and I are kind of thinking it looks like a poppy, but I didn't plant any poppy seeds in those pots. So, kind of weird. We'll see. What's going on here? What is going on here? It's just getting squished. Okay. Again, there's just bulbs down in here. It was really hot when I did it, so I was kind of lazy. I plopped bulbs down the whole line, just shoveled dirt on top of it, and then went through and threw some mulch on top to keep the dirt from washing away in the rainstorms. So it's probably about the laziest planting job of my life, but I needed to get the bulbs planted. So sometimes you kind of gotta just wing it. These tomatoes are doing really well. I still need to build a trellis for them. I don't think I'm gonna do the same like I have right there. That was easy to do. The hardest part of it was finding all the sticks or branches. I think with this one, I'm gonna do a few support branches and then just run baling twine through it because I have basically unlimited baling twine on hand. And that'll be faster. I'm not having to find nearly as many sticks or branches for them then. I planted some acorn squash in here because last year I had butternut squash, which I decided I didn't really love. So I didn't want to plant that again and take up space for something that I don't love. I know I love acorn squash, so bam, acorn squash. These are the sweet potatoes. I do have a few marigolds coming up. Everybody keeps telling me how terrible they are. I kind of have a plan that I'm just gonna not let them go to seed. And I know their roots are pretty bad too, but considering this whole thing is gonna get dug up, I'm just, whatever. These are more cucumbers that I was given from a friend. I think 2 of the plants did end up dying, I think just from shock, but I didn't need more cucumbers, so it's not a big deal. I have 4 summer squash that my mom gave me. And here I've got little baby okra coming up. I've never had okra before, so I am excited about this. Only 6 have germinated so far, and I think I planted 12 originally. So I came through and I planted 6 more to see if those ones will come up. This isn't, I know okra likes sun, and this stump is blocking it during the day, and this is a more shady spot, so we'll see what we get from it, but it's okay. This, I'm not sure what this is, if this is something. So I had planted pumpkin seeds back in this corner, and nothing germinated. Now I have that, but I definitely didn't plant a pumpkin right there, so I don't know. Is it a pumpkin that got moved? Is it a weed? I don't know. But because my pumpkins didn't germinate and I definitely wanted pumpkins, I went and I put out 3 more seeds. The plants don't have any pumpkin. The stores don't have any pumpkin plants right now because I figured, oh well, mine didn't germinate. I'll just go get a start, like a started plant. No big deal. But I couldn't find anything. So more dahlias. There's a bunch of gladiolas on this back line. I don't have anything in this corner yet. I kind of want to get a big decorative pot and transplant my mint over here in a pot because the mint is crazy. So I wouldn't mind putting them in a pot. And I think in future years, maybe I would do that with the marigolds too. But for this year, we're just gonna wing it. I started bringing in rocks. See, I have a little pile there I need to do for this gate like I did the other side. So that's very nice. Got more mulch brought in. The nasturtium is starting to do good. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to run like a lower level of twine down there so it'll start climbing before it gets up here, but we'll figure it out. And here I have like a French vanilla. It's a white marigold. Not all of them germinated. There should be one in every little pod there. And there's only 2 or 3. So that's a little disappointing, but that's okay, I guess. All these tomatoes are doing good. Most of them have at least a little bit of fruit on them. This is a regular cherry. This is a black cherry. He doesn't have any fruit on it. This is the San Marzano. And then there's a few other types of cherries. Of course, it's getting hot out now. What the heck? Okay. Little cosmos popping up. And the rattlesnake orchid is still surviving. And even looks like maybe I'll get to see its teeny tiny flower this year. That would be cool. I've never seen it before because they're always in the middle of the woods. So I don't get to catch it. So bush beans, climbing beans. I added some rebar to these because it was such a long line of them. It was kind of getting tippy, and I was just picturing my beans growing all the way to the top and getting heavy and it flopping over in a windstorm and how sad I would be. So I was like, let's just put some rebar in there to be safe. I have some milkweed over here. These potato plants are doing really well. I do need to add some more soil to them. I just keep kind of forgetting about that. More milkweed in here. I still don't know if the celery or Swiss chard in here is really doing anything. So whatever. The pepper plants I was gifted, all in here are doing fine. This is the biggest change from the last videos. I finally got this area done. So this is really shady between all of these trees and the elderberry bushes / trees, whatever you want to call them. It stays pretty shady. So I brought hostas that were chewed on by the chickens, spiderwort, daylilies, and phlox. And I'll just kind of fill this area out. I did that over here too. I actually bought this hosta because it's a different variety and I thought it was really pretty. And I got another type of lamium. I think that's how you say it. Lamium? I don't know. I have some other out there, but it looks a little different from the type I already had, so I brought it in, and then I moved some ferns in the back. I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll get a calla lily to put in here too, just to add a little more color. But we'll see. Cabbages are doing good. The lettuce is finally kind of starting to do something. These potatoes are doing good. I probably need to hill them here soon as well. And the spinach is still a complete bust. I don't know what went wrong with that, but whatever. I ended up planting more radishes in this bed. This was, remember, supposed to be my bunching onions, and that is the only one that germinated in the entire bed. And I planted more Swiss chard in here and more celery in there because they are not doing well in the back bed. I want to see if they'll do better somewhere else. The garlic is looking beautiful. I will be cutting scapes one of these nights for dinner. I'm not sure if I'll do it tonight yet or not. I'm making hamburgers for dinner, so I don't know. Garlic scape's a good side for hamburgers and french fries. These little tomatoes, and this is why I really need to get that other tomato trellis up. These need to get planted badly. But I have been nervous to set them out there without some sort of structure for the kids to see them. I don't want the kids to accidentally squish them. This little cabbage is weird. He needs water almost every day, otherwise he flops over. My best guess is that a mole went through and cut off a large portion of his root system. So he just needs a little more help. My sweet peas, the flower, not the eating kind. So I guess it's not really sweet peas, just pea, whatever. They're blooming really pretty. The strawberries have been amazing. We are getting so many strawberries each night, and we eat them all day long, and then we just come through at night and pick big bowls. I'm probably gonna dehydrate a bunch, actually. And yes, I know the strawberry bed is really, really weedy. That's like my secret. If you keep the strawberries really weedy, if you don't have bird netting everywhere, the birds can't see the strawberries. If I can hardly find the strawberries, the birds are not going to find them. So I win. Here are my main patch of peppers. I do have a few little peppers starting, which is so crazy to me. I didn't have peppers or tomatoes growing by this time last year. So the garden this year is way ahead of last year. Raspberries, you know, whatever to them. They're just raspberries. I'd like them to not be in the garden anymore. Maybe next year I can move them finally. Carrots are doing good, and I swear, you guys, I weed this bed all the time. I have such a weed problem in here, even with the mulch. I don't know. Something about this spot. Now, there are a few random carrots that are way taller than everybody else. My best guess is that they got left last year. And so they're old carrots, which is why they're this tall instead of that tall. I'm just gonna let them go to seed, because I think it'll be fun to try and collect some seeds from some of these things that I grow. See, this is the lamium that I was talking about in the shaded area. I've got this kind, and then on the other side, you saw there's a white flowering one too. Comfrey's already coming back nicely after I chopped it. The muscari's all gone to seed. It's all dried up. I really need to come through here with a seed packet and collect those so that I can plant them in other areas. The chives look ridiculous. I might end up cutting those. I'm not sure. They're just a hot mess right now. Let's see what else. Bee balm should be coming, but look at my little chamomiles blooming. That's so cute. I love the salvia. I need more bunches of that. Echinacea will start blooming hopefully soon. And the Shasta daisies are really close. It's another, of course my brain stopped working. Another dahlia. And I had planted one here and it didn't, apparently it did not survive. Okay, so that is the garden tour for today. You can see I have a lot going on. Ugh, it's getting hot out. It's gonna be like 90 degrees today. I really need a pool. I don't know anything else. I might do a video showing my new dehydrator. I have a ton of strawberries to dehydrate. It's kind of been amazing how many we've been getting. I'm freezing a lot for pies and just like a frozen snack for the kids, but I want to try dehydrating some as well, so I'm gonna do that. But yeah, this is the garden today, and then we're gonna get a bunch of rain over the weekend, so next week this is probably gonna explode. Oh, I did forget to mention, when those radishes come out in that patch right there, I think I'm gonna put in ground cherries. I hate ground cherries. The kids love them. Gonna have an empty bed, might as well. So I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. It is my anniversary on Saturday. I will have been married for 11 years. Oh, what the heck. And also my little boy turns 3 on Saturday. Also crazy. Yes, he waited to be born on my anniversary. He was 11 days late so that he could share a special day with us, I guess. The stinker. But hope you guys all have a great